Preparing your team for a video shoot can feel overwhelming, especially if it's some people's first time on camera, but it doesn't have to be that way. Today, I'm sharing the ultimate guide to getting your team ready for a successful corporate video shoot, from what questions to ask before filming, to how to dress for the camera, and even pre-shoot rehearsal tips to ensure everyone feels confident and looks their best. I'm Perry J. O'Halloran, Director of True Lies Limited, B2B film productions here in the UK. We've helped countless brands, businesses and organisations to nail their on-camera appearances and streamline their shoots. And today, I'm giving you the tips we use to make sure every shoot goes as smoothly as possible. But before we get going, make sure you press the subscribe button, give this video a like if you want more tips on creating professional videos for your organisation, and let's get on with the tips. So part 1, key questions to ask before filming. Before we get to filming, there are a few questions that you need to ask yourself that can make or break your overall shoot. This is the foundation of a successful video. If you get these right, the rest of the process will flow so much more smoothly. The first question we can ask is, what is the purpose of the video? It sounds simple, but having a very clear, specific goal for your video is crucial. Are you trying to promote, update, educate, demonstrate? Knowing what this video is primarily for will shape everything. From the tone of the video to the people you choose to be on camera, well, we'll get to that. But maybe another question you can ask is, who is your audience? Think about who will be watching this video. Are they your internal employees? Maybe they're colleagues in other territories or potential business partners? Understanding your audience helps guide your messaging and how that message is delivered on camera. And what's your call to action? This is a big one. At the end of the video, what do you want the viewer to physically go and do? Whether it's visiting a specific website, signing up for a particular event, or just being more informed, your call to action should be clearly woven into your script from the very beginning. And as a bonus tip, make sure everyone involved in the shoot understands the answers to all of these questions so that your team is fully aligned with the goals of these videos. Now we're ready for part 2, how to dress for the camera. Now, in previous videos, I've spoken about the importance of avoiding distracting patterns or potentially noisy jewelry. So I'm going to cover some more things to consider when choosing what to wear on camera. Now, while the right wardrobe choices can elevate your video, it's not just about what you wear, it's about how it translates onto the screen. So here are 3 tips to ensure that you and your team look ready for your close-up. The first tip is consider the set and the background. One of the biggest mistakes people make is not considering the set or the background of the shoot when choosing their outfit. Now, if the filming is taking place in your building, you probably already have a good idea of the lighting or color schemes that you're likely to be working with. If your background happens to be dark, darker clothing will make you blend in. You'll be invisible, basically. While brighter colors can obviously clash with certain backgrounds as well. So always coordinate your wardrobe with the environment that you're likely to be filming in. If you can, check with your production team about the set design or the location beforehand. Something may have already been decided, so find out what it is. That way you can go to town on choosing any clothing that complements the backdrop that you're going to be working with, rather than just end up blending in or clashing with it. Next, I'd advise that you wear comfortable, non-restrictive clothing. It's easy to overlook comfort when you're so focused on looking good. We all do it. But being uncomfortable can seriously affect your duties on camera. Tight collars, stiff jackets, or shoes that pinch can distract you and even affect your posture. So, get relaxed. The more comfortable you are, the more confident you are. Even trying on your outfit the day before the shoot can give you a chance to move around in it. It all sounds a little bit obvious, but I promise you'll thank yourself later when the cameras are rolling and you're 100% focused on delivering your words. One other great tip is to avoid seasonal clothing traps. So whether your shoot is scheduled for the dead of winter or the middle of summer, the temperature on set doesn't always match what's going on outside. Studios and indoor filming locations often have intense lighting, which can make it quite warm even on a cold day. But on the flip side, an air-conditioned office can feel freezing as well. So dressing too much one way or the other can make you feel uncomfortable, and it will show on camera, and it will probably date the video sooner than you'd like. So just bring some backup clothing options if you can. That way you can adjust depending on however you feel under those lights. And that comfort is key to focusing on your performance. Part 3. Pre-shoot rehearsal suggestions. So one of the best ways to ensure your team looks confident and natural on camera is to rehearse before the production team arrives on the big day. So here's how to run a productive pre-shoot rehearsal. First thing you can do is practice the script. If one of your team is delivering lines to camera, make sure they rehearse these lines ahead of time. They don't need to be memorized word for word, but they should feel comfortable with their key points so that they can speak naturally, or as naturally as possible. Practicing in front of a mirror can often show a lot of great things that they might have been missing otherwise as well. And while we're talking about it, maybe try a mock run-through with a camera as part of a team. Even if it's just with a phone, get your whole team used to being in front of the camera. Comfort is something that just comes with time. There's no way around that. But a run-through like this can give an idea of what to expect on the actual filming day. Everyone can have a practice looking into the lens, maintaining good posture, working on their fidgeting if they've got any things that they would rather not be doing while the camera's rolling, and delivering those lines with confidence. Body language and eye contact is another one. Encourage your team to focus on their body language. Remind them to sit or stand with good posture and avoid crossing their arms. This can instantly come across as being shut down or closed off. It's not a good look. For interviews or shoots where they'll be looking straight into the camera, make sure that they practice maintaining eye contact with either the interviewer or the camera lens, whichever feels more natural to the type of video that's being made. Now, something worth talking about is relaxation techniques. It's not really something that we talk about very much in these kinds of videos, but it's a big one and it can be a huge help. Nervousness is entirely normal, especially if someone is not used to being on camera, but a simple little exercise beforehand can make a big difference. All you need to do is sit down, take some deep breaths, a little stretch, or even some light conversation. A bit of small talk can also be helpful. It's all really good to get everyone relaxed before those cameras start rolling. But look, if someone in your team is really struggling with nerves, remind them that they don't need to be perfect. Nobody is perfect when they do this, especially not the first time. It's a lot of pressure to put on somebody. A great production company, just like True Lies, will make sure that they get plenty of takes and guide everyone through the process to get the best performance possible. And part 4, choosing the right people. One of the most important steps in preparing for a shoot is choosing the right people to represent your organization on camera. Not everyone in your team will feel comfortable when you ask them, and that's okay. The key is to pick representatives who can confidently deliver the message that needs delivering. So here's what to look for in your on-camera speakers. The first thing is knowledge of the subject. Make sure that the person is well versed in the topic that you need them to speak about. If they know the subject inside and out, they'll definitely come across natural, confident, and authoritative. Another thing is confidence and clarity. These are key too. You want someone who can speak clearly and with enthusiasm. They don't need to be a professional presenter, but they should feel comfortable speaking in front of others and be able to convey the organization's message confidently. Then there's relatability. Your on-camera talent should be relatable to the audience that's watching. If you're creating an internal training video, a senior manager might be the right choice. But if it's to explain a specific process to a specific department, you might want someone approachable, down to earth, and fully clued up on the subject that you're talking about. Just don't be afraid to let people give it their best. Some team members may surprise you with how natural they suddenly are on camera. Some people really aren't naturals, and a lot of the time, all they need is the opportunity. So that's your ultimate guide to preparing your team for a successful video shoot. By asking the right questions, dressing for success, rehearsing, and choosing the right people, you'll be well on your way to getting that sleek, polished and professional video out to the people who need it. If you found this video helpful, make sure to whack the like button, then the subscribe button for more tips on making your organization look amazing on camera. But tell me what you think. What's the one thing that makes you or your team the most nervous about making videos? Share it in the comments and I'll give you some more advice. Thank you for watching. Get yourself a cup of tea and head straight to truelieslimited.com so that we can have a chat about your next filming project. I'll see you soon.